Hello everyone, Atou here.
And Ray here.
And we're back. A Nocturne tale.
So, do you want me to talk to this guy now?
Well, first of all, bring up your menu.
Yes.
So what Ray did was went off, got a bunch of new demons, and then gave a whole bunch of other demons the ability to gain experience while actually fighting.
Yep.
So yeah, your team is just packed.
Just packed with watchful skill. Except for Kali, we're getting rid of her.
Yeah, right, right. But yeah, you went off, did some grinding, got some things, new demons, came back here, and are about to give this dude that demon he needs in order to dig.
Yes, because this guy is just awful at it. Look at him. He didn't have any arms. How's he gonna dig? Erosion? Pfft, that'll take years. We want to do this in days. I'm a prospector that's looking for buried treasure around these parts. After years of poking around, I finally located the treasure right here. But the earth here is as hard as a rock turtle with frostbite, so I can't dig, you dig? I knew you would come. Have you decided to give me a demon? So, is this just give away the demon in the first slot, or...?
Nah, you get to choose.
Okay. My demon's your demon. Really? Who? Okay, thanks. How about Queen Mab? No, not that one. What the hell's wrong with you? No. Let's see, this is gonna whistle through all of them. In order. That's kind of funny, actually. He likes every single one of them. We'll get there eventually. Damn it!
Really?
Okay, I'll try this again. Man, guess you woke up with a snake in your boot. Seriously? You're gonna say that to me? Well, we'll give up. Come back if you change your mind. I'm still here. Ugh. I didn't think it was gonna pop up the text window that quickly. I'm in that same problem still from the fucking church guy. It's like, hold on, I want to fuse faster. Bye. It's like, no, I didn't. It's like, circle. Not that fast. Rahabaki, Gog Magog. Wait, did you just skip a couple? Never mind. Never mind. Those ones are in the correct order.
It's funny seeing programming in old games like these at work to where, you know, this is like the natural way of how they go about doing this kind of thing in a video game. Where, like, if this game was made nowadays, it would just bring up your demons to where you can just click one automatically.
Yeah, go for it. Whoa. Whoa!
Yeah, it really is interesting. I want to say from a historical standpoint how much of a transitional game this is. Because, like, I wonder, is this the first 3D megaten game that they ever came out with?
Wasn't it?
I don't know. It's just, I just find it rather interesting. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that, yeah, I can easily see that in a 2D megaten game, which they all were. Yeah. But then at some point they made the transition to 3D, and this feels like that, in-between. Like, that one in-between game that would seem really awkward.
Well, to me, the Digital Devil games that I'm pretty sure came after this do seem technically more advanced compared to this game, so I'd have to assume this is the first 3D foray for them, for this series. It just makes the most sense, because it's really rough around the edges if it's still pretty good. But, what other game did that? Dragon Quest VIII being the first 3D one. I mean, well, let me rephrase that. It was the first one that was 3D off the bat. There were a couple of remakes before that, but they were not as impressive as 8 was in terms of Level 5 made the game instead of Enix and Squaresoft. Like, to what I've heard, Level 5, that company made pretty much all of the game. And it shows a lot of work to it. Anywho, this one's as ornery as a bobcat with his tail on fire. Look forward to my results. And you said how many phases? What?
Oh, okay. Well, so, because Kali has, like, the strength that she does, I believe it should only take 8 full circles of moon phases. So, yeah, around the 8th time, when you see a 3/8, that's when he should be done. Me, I didn't bother keeping track. I just figured, like, you know, I'm making my way through a dungeon as it is. I'm just gonna get through the dungeon, get to the next save point, and just warp back here.
Yeah.
And, like, see if he's done it. And if not, then, like, I'll just, like, run around in a circle until, like, I do, like, a complete phase.
Excuse me.
I do find it interesting that as you progress through the phases, you'll actually see digging progress into the tunnel.
Yeah, I kind of expect that. Like, something like that was a Mega Man Legends Trombone adventure, I think, with like one dungeon of like, hey, spend time here and you'll see more of the tunnel dugout eventually or something. I thought that's kind of neat.
Me, I was more expectant of that. Okay, there's nothing there, but then once time's up, there would be a hole.
I feel like the game Bumpy Truck had something similar, but I'm probably thinking of the wrong thing. If you don't remember, that game is also called Steambot Chronicles, for anybody more unaware of what that game is. Damn it! Forget about light and dark. Ugh. Here we go. Wait, what? Oh, right, it's light in the area. I can't just turn on Lightoma. It can stay on if you're not in a dark area, but you can't turn it on if you're not in a dark area. That's funny to me. So, should I be heading back towards this big old dungeon of darkness now?
Yes.
Okay. Why did I go to party? I need to go to skills. There we go.
So then just make your way back to the save, and I'll direct you through the scary tunnel.
So are you gonna secretly keep a watch on the timer for the phases?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Hey you, it's dangerous up ahead. It's amazing there. Plus, there are steep slopes. You'll slide right down to the bottom. If you jump in unprepared, you might die of starvation or worse. Good thing I only need souls to live!
Okay. So then, from the save point, what you want to do, according to my notes, is talk a little slower to stall for time.
Well, I just walked back to the save point, so...
Okay, take the southern door.
Opening.
Downhill.
Whee! God, it's even darker. It's advanced darkness.
West.
Okay.
Door.
These tunnel mazes, there's so many of these in this game, it almost
Door.
feels like they didn't have any other ideas. Oh boy, Gogmagags. Wait, I don't know what their weakness is actually. At least I can't remember what mine's is. I know it's not ice or physical, those are immunities. So what are you weak against? Fire. Alright. Who has fire? Nobody does, do they? I have to throw out an item for that. Well, I could try attacking, that might do something. I won't at all, but I could try. Alright, I can't, well, they're not immune to wind. They probably resist it, but they're not immune to it. They don't resist it, apparently. Well, they don't do anything at all.
Okay, well, since we're fighting this battle.
Yeah.
So, we were talking a bit earlier, and you're telling me about Splatoon 2.
Yes.
And, like, I don't have that game at all. Even though I did, like, a symposium on it. And, oh, wait. Has that gone up? No, that hasn't gone up yet.
I was about to say, I thought it did.
Like, where, like, for 3 episodes of Gundam, I just talked more and more about Splatoon 2. Like,
why'd I keep doing that? I'm sorry, I have a bad habit of forgetting what weaknesses are. Oh, thank God. Alright, continue. Please ignore my travesties.
but anyways, yeah, I need to lead you through this area. So, door, cube, and ladder.
In a minute, somebody got hurt. They got tiny, tiny boo-boo. Okay, maybe not. Oh, excuse me.
Seeing your team composition, I'm wondering how you're going to do against a certain boss that, like, I thought I was going to die against. Let's see, so...
Is this correct? The map says I'm on the exact same floor somehow.
Yeah, to take the door.
That's weird.
Well, you did slide down a hill.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Speaking of, down the hill again.
Oh, no. Well, there wasn't any other pathway.
East path.
That was a weird pathway to have to take. I guess just to show there's a way up.
Ladder.
These giant staples in the wall remind me of that one dude from Mother 3. What's his name? He's got like staples for weapons. He can use them to make ladders.
Duster?
Thank you. Yeah, that's his name. Just that's what these weird ass ladders remind me of. His gigantic staples that he has.
I just realized something.
What's that?
Wasn't there an enemy in one of the Mutter games who had like a snake whip?
Yes, that was supposed to be Lucas. He has a snake whip.
That's Lucas?
Unless that's just for Smash Brothers Survivors grab, I assume
I
that was
know
part
in
of his
Smash
weapon
Brothers that
repertoire.
he got like a bunch of other character stuff.
Okay,
grafted
then that's just like Ness, who got his other PK moves from others. Oopsies. Okay, so Lucas probably doesn't have the snake whip then, but I don't know what his weapons are, so there's that problem.
Alright, but oh yeah, like one of the things that just popped into my mind was that, oh hey wait, Link has a snake whip.
Does he?
Yeah, and Spirit Tracks.
Oh yeah, you told me about that, and since it's a DS game, you can do like some weird crazy stuff with it.
Yeah, like all you gotta do is just like equip the weapon, tap a point on the screen, and like the whip will just like stretch out and like just what's the sound a whip make?
It goes a crack, makes a crack sound like you crack the whip.
So at the fork, north door.
Does the whip in Skyward Sword look similar to the snake whip in Spirit Tracks?
Hang on. So slide, door, then item, back, north,
Ooh, it's much more lighter down here for some reason. Now it's not.
door, ladder.
Man, sure is a good thing Duster's been around this place. No, this is his Y-hander staples. They're much bigger than a regular staple.
and then follow to save.
Oh boy, another save point. Safety. Net. Ah shit. Enemies. Oh boy, it's this thing.
Okay, but yeah, you're comparing what whip to what whip?
Skyward Sword to, I was asking, like, is the Skyward Sword whip similar to the snake whip from, like, do they look similar to each other?
Skyward Sword had a whip?
Yes, it was part of the weird motion control stuff. You used it to, like, turn fans, I think, and other weird levers on walls. It did. It was part of the motion controls. You could swing it around with your Wiimote Plus stuff.
That sounds awesome. Why don't I remember that?
I don't know. Why don't you?
Really, why don't I remember that? If that's a thing, where like you had a freaking whip to work with, was it just a tool, or could you actually use it as a weapon?
Well, it was more of a tool, but I think you actually could sometimes be able to steal an item like you could with Grappling Hook and Wind Waker. As to where in Wind Waker, it was guaranteed if you used the Grappling Hook on an enemy. Which is I wondered why in Skyward Sword they did not do. I was like, seriously? Also, hey, first level for Watchful. Alrighty, do you need mana bonus? Sure, whatever, I don't care. Here, get rid of counter. You're not gonna fight. We just need you for the compendium, please. There we go. Who else leveled? Nobody, okay.
Well, now do keep in mind that these monsters will evolve into better monsters, so you might want to, take into some consideration what skills you would want a possible future Gooden to have.
What? What you Gooding?
Gooden.
I'm reminded of a joke from Aqua Teen. Now, please define a Gooden. By the way, yes.
From you.
Huh?
Calling something that.
I know.
Like, it's a Gooden or
Should
something.
I be using same 70 file?
No. Use save file number 1.
Alrighty. Now I'm getting reminded of Persona 5 since I finally got to the Reaper trick in flu season. Hooray!
Okay. But to answer your question, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Because I can't even remember a whip in Skyward Sword, but
Well,
I can clearly remember the whip in Spirit Tracks. So they probably didn't have any similar designs whatsoever.
Well, all I can say is the one in Skyward Sword had like a gradient red to blue to the tip type of thing from the base. And kind of a glowy thing at the end to represent where you're grabbing stuff with it.
And according to my memory, like the snake whip, as it was in Spirit Tracks, was like an orange snake that had like a brown wooden handle, like just where its rattle would be.
I see. That's funny sounding.
Like,
Maybe I'll see it someday.
It was an awesome weapon. I mean, I remember fighting off a pack of wolves with that thing. Like, back, I say.
What are wolves doing in a Zelda game? That's completely abnormal. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, haven't seen those since Ocarina of Time.
Actually, they're also in the
North
new
Door.
Zelda.
Yes, right. Sorry about that.
They're also in the new Zelda, but those are actual wolves. They're not wolfos. Unless they are wolfos?
Okay,
I don't know.
So go to the fork, and at the fork, go north.
Ah, shit. I just took a baby step and now I'm fighting. these guys again.
Yeah. It was like in Spirit Tracks, like even though there are railroads everywhere, it's like the American frontier, to where like, yeah, we have railroads going out there. It doesn't mean there's anything actually out there, though.
Besides the change, but he didn't get the new skill yet. That's something I don't usually see happen.
Okay, I think I know what happened there. What happened there is that he already had the skill he would have gotten.
Okay. Oh, that's right, because he was going to learn Watchful, and I thought, screw that, you're learning it now, bitch.
Right.
Wait, medicine. No, chakra
But
drop.
yeah, like Spirit Tracks, it was like, you know, out there till they went to all the environments, and at most there was a station where you could stop at, and like there was, of course, like a okay, probably stop moving for a bit. Let's see. Yeah, there was a station you could stop at, but it was all mainly wilderness out there. So, like, you would run into, like, a couple of packs of wolves. They were really annoying to fight until I got that whip. I mean, it's annoying to, like, run up to slash that one, only for another one to circle around and then, like, get you in the back, because they're wolves. They circle around to get you when there's a pack of them. Okay, but anyways. So, use the south door. Okay, now then continue on and fight a cube.
Oh boy, at least I have a warning this time well in advance. Who are you that I must fight in the cube? Hey, there's a Cerberus here. I don't think I know a Cerberus's weakness yet. I'm going the wrong way. This'll take too long if I do that.
I'm gonna presume it's ice.
Yep.
Ah, thought so. Cerberus is usually fire in the megaten series. I don't quite remember that physical resistance being a thing, however. Yeah. But yeah, like, once I got that whip, both fights became a lot easier because I didn't really have to run up to slash at the enemies. All I had to do was just, like, wait in one area and just tap a point on the screen, and Link would just instantly turn and like those wolves.
That's pretty awesome.
And so, yeah, even when they were circling me, I was just like, you know, 360 no-scope whips. Ah, Spirit Tracks. I'm so hopeful for like a future Zelda game that crosses over that. Oh, okay. Cube.
If you just someone dropped like damn.
Door. North door to ladder.
This is a confusing area. They're always confusing. Ah.
Yeah, well, wait until you get to the dungeon to where you're not allowed to use a map.
Oh, sweet Christ in a handbasket. It's gonna be like that one Gundam dungeon again.
Yeah, except it wasn't our own ignorance that kept us suffering.
Even with the map, I was like, where the hell does go what where? Because it was layered on itself. And it was the same layouts. That didn't help at all. Alright, I've been through the north door and there's only one doorway.
Keep taking the doors until like you hit a ladder.
There it is.
Okay, now, yep, doors.
Is the dungeon the Amala Network final room?
Let's see, no, wait, it is an area in the Amala Network. But yeah, keep taking doors until you hit the ladder again. And then after you get up that ladder, work your way to where there's a split.
The split?
Yep. Okay, now from here, go south. And you're gonna want to take the door you come across. Go to split.
Yeah. I thought I was falling down a hole again, but it was battle instead. Whoa! Hadn't seen that attack yet. Usually I don't give him a chance. Bolt Storm! Hi-ya! I forgot that was their weakness at all. Then I'll do it again! Haha! Well, that's not working, so I'll do it again! Haha! There we go. That's the only real damage I've seen her do so far with that freaking move. Oh, come on, seriously? Fine, you're getting Tornado, even though I should probably punch you instead. I mean, I'm the only one that does good damage to him, but that's only because of the force boost. Alrighty, I'm at the split.
Okay, go west.
Oh, whoops. Almost went the wrong way. I always forget about this game's like...
So let's see, door, split, and then when you're at the split, go north. Then you're gonna take another door.
I want to say de-interlace, but that's not what it's like the F image, something like that. I forget what it's called.
Go to the split. Then you're only gonna go south.
Down the ramp.
Slide. Be careful in here now. Mystical chest.
So...
Yeah,
Oh,
go straight up
fuck.
to the mystical chest.
Okay. I was like, why am I need to be careful? I went forward correctly the last time, and it was into a
Okay,
pit.
now then, you're gonna wanna go west.
West. I'm not facing west. Now I am. Damn it!
Then choose west door.
After this battle. Right after these messages, bro.
Ah, it's too bad.
What?
This is like, my notation's telling me what's up ahead. And you're gonna be running around in a bit. Because I doubt your full moon will last that long.
Oh no. If only there was an item to cheat the system.
If only we had the phantom cigar. So then you're gonna want to take your first north.
I was about to ask that a weird Phantom Thieves reference, but then I remembered Metal Gear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Who knows? Maybe if they ever like decide to remake this game, they'll probably add that in. Like, okay, not the Phantom Cigar, but like something to where you could sit around and wait for like the moon phases to hit a certain point. Then again, that was I'm sure they could. I was thinking like there are moves that like help you heal and refill when you're moving, and it causes the moon phases to change. So I was thinking, would that mean you just stand still and like auto refill or something like that when you cause the moon phases to change? But I'm sure they could program it to where like no, this only specifically activates if you move to change the moon phase, not when you're standing still to change the moon phase. I don't know, they'd be able to program something like that.
They could probably program something like that. There's so many complicated codes in games that is like, how did you do? How you do?
Okay, good. Yeah, I'd say we're making good progress in this place. Oh darn.
What's wrong?
No, I just realized that like I was gonna secretly keep check on the moon phases, but I haven't been keeping track of the moon phases. I've been too busy directing you to the right places.
And that's what I get for asking you about it.
But anyways, I felt like that something was being said.
We're probably talking about Splatoon a bit earlier or something else.
Oh yeah, right. You were telling me about how Splatoon, they have a new super in there that's called Ink Armor or something like that, and
Yes.
that is horrible.
I think it could be better. The idea is good, but it needs to be much better, and it's not. Wait, he's physically resistant. Ow. Okay, that also didn't help.
Yes, the idea is good. The idea is good, but it needs to be much better. That sounds like the perfect summary for Breath of the Wild, in my opinion. So,
He just retaliates regardless. Okay, I get it now.
is it only against physical? Or...
Probably. I'm just like, I thought I was able to punch him before. Oh no, he's weak against fire. But everybody else avoids it, so we're good. Or I dodge it, I guess. It looks to me so far in Splatoon 2 that none of the old supers are back, but I don't know yet, because I'd have to look at like some kind of wiki of some sort. Because I wouldn't know if any of the starting weaponry has
Wait,
any of the
no
old
bubble?
I guess there doesn't seem to be at all any of the old supers. Now, in question, why? Some of those were balanced enough, in my opinion, to work good. And
I can't crack it anymore?
crack what?
Like, that was a super in Splatoon 1, turn into the Kraken.
Oh, okay. I was like, what do you mean crack it? Yeah, like I said, once again, as far as I know, all of the supers from the last game are gone. I haven't seen anything of proof yet because I haven't looked into it.
Okay, well, but before going into that, describe to me what this ink armor is and how it works.
It basically gives you an extra amount of health before you actually start taking damage. Like, they need to bust your ink armor before they can actually start hurting you. Here's the problem, though. As soon as you activate it, you can be instantly killed, because it doesn't instantly activate. The super does, but the armor doesn't. You need to wait for it to go... and then when your eyes are lit up, it's actually fully activated. In between that time, you can still instantly fucking die, and I think that's complete BS. It should be like the bubbler. It starts, and then you have your extra health. Not, okay, you're dead now, because you couldn't move, because you activate your super.
Okay, now here's some differences that I need to know of for comparison's sake to see just how bad this is.
Okay.
Okay, now the thing about the bubbler is you can activate it instantly, but it certainly has a time limit on it.
Yes.
Does the ink armor have a time limit on that?
Yes, it does. Besides the amount of health that you can already lose from the armor being broken. On the bright side, it seems it activates for the whole team as a nice bonus, as opposed to the bubbler, which only worked if somebody was nearby you. And I remember diminished returns for those who weren't the ones using it directly. Like, they got it too, but it was for far less time.
Okay, now the bubbler made like a big old bubble around the person to where you could clearly see it.
And you get pushed back super hard.
Is there like some kind of visual distinction for when you're using ink armor?
You're covered completely in your color of ink, and you have those glowy eyes I told you about that somebody did for a screenshot.
Ah, the brawl eyes.
I guess? I mean, those were yellow. This is like, you know, like they're like Christmas lights for eyes. They're bright. Well, that was a weird opening move that completely missed. Like, they're like bright. They're really bright, like Christmas light bright eyes.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you said they're chrysalis bright. But I was like, well, that'd be neat if I knew what chrysalis was.
It's like a form of a butterfly. Behold, metamorphosis. Oh boy, this exact same battle's happening again. What do you know? There's also some jetpack super that I think is okay, fine.
And I need to see like how bad the damage is here. So you can activate this ink armor stuff, and it applies to the whole team.
It seems.
It has like a time limit on it, like the bubbler.
Yes.
And all it essentially is just like an extra life bar of sorts, because it can be taken down with enough fire.
Yes.
I see. Is there any way to restore it?
As far as I know, it can restore itself, maybe, if you manage to get it broken and then not die instantly, because it's really easy to die still, obviously. It's just a nice extra bit of health, so you don't instantly die.
Like, I'm just kind of wondering, with the way this ink armor sounds, I would imagine that, like, yeah, it has a time limit, but if you're swimming around in your own ink, you can, like, refill it and stuff. Does it act like super armor, to where no matter what you get hit with, it's not gonna recoil you?
Well, I mean, you don't recoil already in general, you just take a hit. But if you mean like with the bubbler shield, with how you got pushed around easily, and then they made it worse with an update that you get pushed around even harder, it has half of that effect. Like half of before the patch effect. Like you can get pushed, so there is that super armor. I just don't know why they bothered with that, because you get pushed and then the armor's broken in the next hit, maybe. Also, I got a pearl.
Alright, so return and continue west.
Hooray.
And then you're going to go up to left.
For Christ's sake, guys, go away, but at the same time, keep it coming. You're decent experience down here, actually.
And this is experience going to the whole team.
Yeah, the whole team that's paying attention, that is. Some of them aren't paying a good close watch on what's going on. The headbutt facepalm is always a good move. I should know, because fighting games, I guess. I don't know, I feel like that was super for somebody in a fighting game somewhere. I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. I don't know why I did that. I didn't need to heal anybody.
Alright, so when this super ink armor goes on you, does it really just look like your character palette swap with their ink? Like, even their, like, swag will be colored over? Or is it, like, make them, like, a generic outline of a silhouette that's colored over?
Well, the best way I can describe it is that it looks like they're, like, when you do that, turning into squid and back to ink-like form, and they're just covered in dripping ink for a second, and then their squid face disappears. Except they don't have the squid face, and they're just constantly dripping with ink and have glowy eyes.
Okay, so, like, if I went into the battle, my character had like night vision goggles, those would just be gone and I'd be covered in ink. You wouldn't even see the night vision goggles covered in ink.
No, like you keep everything, you're just dripping in ink. Granted, if the night vision goggles are over the eyes, I don't know if the eyes will be blocked from having the shine effect, actually. I don't know, I don't have a lot of gear yet. I only played it day one, then I've been working on other stuff in Persona 5. I didn't want to get into another game when I'm not done with Persona 5. I don't need that problem again. I don't need to relive the bumpy trot incidents. That was pretty bad. Let's see. Stun Needle, and this is physical with light damage, and so it has the chance to stun, but this one doesn't. So what I don't understand. Is this like higher critical maybe? That's so weird. What does Paralotta even do? I don't need to cure stun. I have items for that. Alrighty, next skill, I don't see what it is, but me no care. Me get it next time. Alright, next door. Okay. Damn it! Okay, note to self, don't go in the menu anymore. You know, at some point, I need to remember to bring up, never mind. I'll bring it up off camera. It's more of an off-camera thing. Punch him! Good job! It was more like a backhand of justice. Alrighty. Who's leveling up now? I was joking, actually. That's funny. That's great. Raises max HP? No. Alrighty. What do you want to say to me? I need to be nice once in a while. Oh, that's what Copa said. I thought I misread what he said earlier, but I didn't care, because it's like, generic thing, here's nice item. And it's usually the same thing. Now, whatever the next SMT game will be, if that kind of thing is brought back, it will probably be completely different for every single character, since they bothered to do something like that for Persona 5 when you fuse a demon. Hell, I didn't think about it, but there's something like that for the DLC Personas too. Because you can fuse them, but you obviously need to have them obtained. Like for Megatsu Izanagi, you need to have him, and then you fuse on a Persona and switches them to the other one, and vice versa. And he seemed kind of angry about me fusing Megatsu. It's like, you think you can control me? Well, let's just see about that. Like, seemed kind of violent about it, and I was like, dude, calm down. By the way, do I need to slow down, or are you keeping track of my movements on here?
Well, you've gone up the 2 ladders, yeah?
Yeah, now I need to go south through the door.
South door, huh?
It's the only option.
Then...
There's a fork that I've been to before.
I see. Well, go through the south door.
Actually, I haven't been here before. This is my first time being to this door. South door. Okay. My first the other door is a ramp that leads down to that treasure box.
So then... Stop. Like, when you fused to get Megatsu, that was like what he said?
Yeah, I was surprised he actually had a thing to say, because I didn't consider it, but they do have a thing to say for themselves.
What's Orpheus say?
I don't know, I didn't buy that DLC. I only bought Thanatos and Megatsu Izanagi DLC. So you'd have to see for yourself.
What's Thanatos say?
I haven't bothered to fuse him yet. He's the one that's not in my team, but I probably should. I'm more curious what Picaro... actually, no, wait. I think they would say the same thing. He didn't hint at it being Picaro Izanagi.
Yeah. I would find it interesting if those personas had a bit of personality of who they came from. Because that whole, you think you can control me? Yeah, I can see a Dachi, talking like that to me. But anyways, it's around that time.
Oh, but my ladders.
But, at least I'm not lost.
Yeah, that helps.
Okay, so, we'll continue with this in the next episode.
See you next time, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Atou here.
And Ray here.
And we're back to reading the compendium.
Are we seriously doing this for an episode?
No. I'm gonna be splitting these up and adding them to the ends of the episodes. Because, that whole gaggle of episodes we made last time?
Yes.
How much is a gaggle, by the way?
I don't know. Let's just say 8.
Okay. So, that one under a gaggle of episodes that we recorded, figure, there's enough episodes here to warrant just reading off the compendium and adding them to, the end. So, we have this to look forward to now for a while, because you made a bunch of demons.
Woohoo!
Let's go to them in order. First, we shall show off the deities.
Got 3 of them.
Okay, but you know.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, the lowest level deity to the
Yeah.
highest level deity that we have.
Quick question, by the way. Does this, like, if we managed to have a thing higher level than the highest level one, would it change their order because of highest level? Or would
Yes.
it... Okay. I didn't know they did that. Like, they're already preset already in the order of their rank, but that's because it just happened to be that level.
Yep.
Which is funny to me. I didn't know that till Persona 5, because I was like, why is Sandman above Chi-Yu? You know, whoever's the highest magician rank. And I was like, oh right, he's level 99, because I worked for that. I put in the effort. Alright, Horus time.
And I shall go first.
Alrighty.
Deity, Horus, an ancient god of Egypt whose eyes are the sun and moon. He was revered by some as the principal god, and he is often depicted as a hawk or a falcon. Now, I actually find that description interesting because his eyes being the sun and moon, I remember that being the case for Izanagi. Izanagi, the Shinto god, to where, like, from his left eye came Tsukuyomi, and from his right eye came Amaterasu. Also, from his nose came Susanoo. But
Okay.
just, like, the sun and moon, and I'm pretty sure that, like, Egyptian culture has, like, a sun and moon god. Actually, wait, let me think about that. Hastur? No. Horus? I feel like the moon goddess's name started with an H. But,
Look at this beautiful bird.
oh yeah, he's not as blinding as he is in Persona 5, huh?
Well, if you're further away, the further you are, the less you can see.
Yeah, because I was just surprised by how blinding he was to even look at.
Yeah.
And I was like, now that's a sunbird.
It sure, Jesus, gets it. Ah, and then you get disintegrating. You know, anime style. Like if you've been hit by a Kamehameha wave. Well, it's a golden bird with green eyes. I thought they looked more sun and moonish, but whatever. It's more about the idea and the symbolism, and the really weird modeled feet.
Right.
I mean, what can you do? It's very limited, and they got 1,000 monsters.
Yep, from a symbolism standpoint, I guess it would be pretty neat if one eye had more of a crescent look to it, while the other eye was more ovular to, like, represent, here's the sun and here's the moon.
Well, then it just looked like it's wincing one eye. We just got to change the pupils and have stupid symbols in there. You know, be anime about it. I have flowers for my pupils. My pupils is a plus sign. That means I'm weird.
That reminds me of this funny image I saw. It was on Imager, when I actually got into that a little bit. And it was like a single panel that, like, someone threw up to, like, flame the situation or something. I'm not too sure. And it was like some dude, like in a Phoenix Wright parody, going that it's not rape if their pupils turn into hearts. Ask a lawyer, it's true.
Jeez. Well, I think we should move on to the next demon.
Okay.
Atavaka, the deity. Originally a child-eating demon and one of the 8 attendants of Bishamon. What is this frickin' what's his name? Whatever, I'll say it later if I can remember. He was converted by Buddha and became a protector of the Yaksa. Southwest is the direction he protects. So, like, what? He gets one of the in-between compass directions of the other beasts?
Seems like it. Like, if I remember correctly, the group of the Yaksa are like these warrior dudes who each represent a direction. So I guess, like, he is a middling direction. And I found that interesting. Okay, so the Buddha converted 2 demons that used to be children eaters? Because, like...
He got a tiny head on his head. And
tiny
two
head on top.
And 2 heads on his head.
Quite interesting. Carries around all these effigies along with actual weapons. And this person has 8 arms?
Yeah, he does. 8 arms.
Huh, that's actually quite interesting. I don't think I've ever quite seen that pulled off before. So they just have it to where
There's just an arm in the middle of all of them that can be the middle arms.
See, and like 3 that are kind of sprawling from there. And they're more attached near the back than anything.
Well, that's usually how they try to do multi-arms.
Huh. Are they all the same length? Or are they actually like different lengths to like a company for the fact that they're going to be at different positions on the body?
It's a little hard to tell, but I think they're all the same length. Maybe.
I see. But they're all facing, like, the front. It's not like that they're facing different directions to where, like, oh, here's the arms for this head or that.
The only thing that looks like an actually modeled different arm of these carbon copies is the one that needs to delicately hold this little pinwheel. All the rest are just little fist arms. Just clenching a fist.
Yeah, I bet those weapons are just clipping through her fists, too.
Well, probably. It's really hard to tell.
Yeah, I see. But, yeah, like, there was this demon and another demon who's a personal favorite of mine. I was disappointed to not see her in Persona 5. And, like, oh, dang it. Don't you hate it when you have the person's name in mind, but the moment you're gonna say it just slips?
Like Kronos, the one I was trying to remember who was also a children eater. That's what I was trying to think of earlier.
Yeah, but I believe her name is Haridi.
She is missing, isn't she? I don't remember seeing her.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I would have liked to have, like, seen her. Like, a purple cloak, maybe even see what that thing that she's holding is.
Wait, wasn't she actually in there? I swear I remember seeing her in Persona 5. Yeah, she's in there with the orange eyes and the purple cloak, holding that baby thing. Yeah, she's in Persona 5.
Wait, you sure?
Yeah, I don't remember if that's what the name she goes by, and like they may have changed it for whatever reason.
Huh.
They tend to do that. For instance, Kushinada is supposed to be Kushinada Hime, but they don't ever call her that. But she's supposed to be, apparently, in the game's coding. Like how Uzume in here, but she's supposed to be Ame no Uzume, but she is in Persona 5. It's like they're inconsistent with those naming things. Actually, it's a similar problem with Sung Mina in all of the Soul Calibur games. I forget which game it's actually correctly spelled in English, because it's either a hyphen or no hyphen, or it's spelled with caps or not.
Is that sword like a repurposed Vajra?
It looks like it's a repurposed Vajra. There is a Vajra in his other hand, so... Like, it reminds me of a Vajra sword, you know, kind of like the one in Fire Emblem Fates that the dragon can get to have. What the hell are they called in there, actually? You know, the main character person, Korin. Like, they have a Vajra sword. Like, at least that's what the handle looks like to me. What ifs? I don't know.
So, yeah, this is like an interesting deity to find out that, like, you know, used to eat the children just like her. Ah, yes. And this pseudo last one, because, you know, I always do these in, like, sections of 3.
The last one's Neptune. No, I'm kidding.
Deity, Odin. In Norse mythology, he is the god of wisdom and father of the gods. He rides Sleipnir, his 8-legged horse, while carrying his spear Gungnir and wearing his ring Draupnir.
Never heard of this special ring.
And I could have swore he also had a special belt that was associated with him too. And I'm curious by the lack of mention of why he's missing an eye.
Is he missing an eye? No,
yeah, like it's...
I know, in this model he does have like a little eye patch.
Yeah, like the reason he's missing an eye is because he literally tore it out so he could wear one of the eyes of fate, which allowed him to see the future. Because that's a thing of his. Also, I keep forgetting that, like, his spear is actually named. So, like, a named legendary weapon right there, Gungnir.
But so, like, did it say the name of the spear? Because I didn't see it say. It just said this ring and horse.
Yep, said name, and, like, I'm pretty sure he also had a mystical belt of some sort.
Well, we all know, and thanks to Final Fantasy, he has a mystical sword called Zantetsuken.
Wasn't that Odin?
Yeah, Odin. This is Odin.
Oh, right.
What are we talking about?
I was thinking of Thor for some reason. But yeah, like, interesting little tidbit of lore. His 8-legged horse, Sleipnir. Yeah, that was actually birthed by his son, Loki.
Gross.
Don't judge. Like, his son, Loki, being the trickster, transformed into a female horse, did the deed with some other mystical creature, and then gave birth to Sleipnir, and then Odin just took that as his personal mount. So... Very
interesting backstory, these Norse.
Yeah, myths and legends are really quite interesting to see. I don't see it as much as, like, you know, what can you get away with of what they can believe, but just, like, you know, just how fantastical can minds be in that sort of era. Because, like, you know, back then, they'd, you know, dreamed about swords of fire, but, like, nowadays we dream about blades of light. So, like, you know, what's the next, you know, newer generation's gonna dream of whenever it comes to that kind of stuff?
Blades emanating with a cold flame. Blue fire! Don't ever see blue fire swords.
Or maybe it'll actually regress. Like, in the far future, people will dream of weapons that have, like, a physical metallic substance to them.
Harder to break those.
But, Yeah, so how about on to the next thing?
Alrighty.